The sterile hum of the Coalition medical bay on the orbital station Unity's reach pressed in on every surface. Harsh white lights reflected off chrome instruments and the transparent walls of the isolation chamber. Inside that sealed room, Sergeant Marcus Hale lay strapped to the diagnostic bed, his body rigid with agony he refused to voice. A fresh plasma burn scarred his left side from the skirmish hours earlier, but the real pain came from deeper. Shrapnel lodged near his spine, pressing against nerves with every shallow breath. Across from him, separated only by a thin force field and reinforced glass, sat Liravel, the young Vexary empath attached to the joint human-alien research team. Her 4 slender arms were folded tightly against her chest, mandibles clicking in rapid, distressed patterns. Her golden compound eyes, normally bright with curiosity, were clouded with unshed tears. The telepathic dampeners hummed around her head like a crown of silver wires, supposedly blocking any unwanted mental intrusion. Dr. Ilara Voss, the lead xenopsychologist, stood outside the chamber with a datapad, her voice clipped through the intercom. "This is pointless, Sergeant. Vexary bonding requires mutual telepathic openness. Humans have no telepathic organ, no neural lattice. You cannot form a bond. She is simply mirroring your physical distress through standard empathic resonance. Nothing more." Marcus gritted his teeth as another wave of fire lanced up his back. Sweat beaded on his forehead. "Then why the hell does it feel like she's the one burning?" he rasped. Liravel's smaller arms clutched at her own side, mirroring the exact location of his wound. A soft, pained click escaped her. "Marcus. I feel it. The fire. The tearing. It is not echo. It is, you. Inside me." The doctor shook her head, adjusting her glasses. "Subjective projection. Common in high-stress cross-species contact. Increase the dampeners to level 4. The silver wires around Liravel's head glowed brighter. She gasped, body jerking as if struck. Marcus's heart slammed against his ribs. "Stop. Turn those damn things down. You're hurting her." "Protocol, Sergeant," Dr. Voss replied coolly. "We cannot risk uncontrolled empathic feedback. Especially with a human subject who lacks the biological framework for true bonding." But Liravel's eyes locked onto his through the glass, wide and desperate. "Do not let them. It hurts less when I am close to your pain. Please, let me feel it with you." Marcus's hands clenched against the restraints. He had known Liravel for only 3 weeks, assigned as her cultural liaison during the joint mission. She was quiet, brilliant, always asking gentle questions about human emotions she could never quite grasp through text alone. He had shown her old Earth movies, taught her silly hand gestures, shared ration packs under the station's artificial stars. She had listened to his stories of lost comrades with such genuine sorrow that he sometimes forgot she was reading surface emotions, not his mind. Now she was feeling his agony as if it were her own, and the sight of her suffering because of him was worse than the shrapnel itself. "Doctor, if you don't lower those dampeners, I swear I'll rip these straps off and smash the controls myself," Marcus growled, voice low and dangerous despite the pain. Dr. Voss hesitated, then sighed. "Fine. Level 2. But only for observation. This will be recorded." The wires dimmed. Liravel exhaled shakily, her posture easing slightly, though her smaller arms still pressed against her side. She stepped closer to the glass, placing all 4 palms flat against it. "Marcus, breathe with me. Slow. Like the night we watched the meteor shower from the observation deck. Remember? You said the stars looked like scattered diamonds. I could feel your peace then. Let me feel it now." He tried. Inhaled deeply, held it, released. The burn in his side eased a fraction. Across the barrier, Liravel's mandibles relaxed into a faint smile. "Yes, there. The fire is smaller when you share it. Dr. Voss's eyebrows shot up. Impossible. Neural scans show no telepathic bridge. His brain activity is baseline human, primitive, isolated. Yet her pain receptors are firing in perfect sync with his injury markers. Marcus ignored the doctor. His focus narrowed to the alien woman on the other side of the glass. Lyra, tell me what you feel. Exactly. She closed her eyes, voice soft and trembling. Sharp heat in my left flank, spreading like molten threads toward my spine. Pressure here, she touched a spot just below her carapace equivalent of ribs. Like a thorn that breathes. And beneath it, fear. Not for yourself. For me. You are afraid the bond will break me. Tears slipped from the corners of his eyes before he could stop them. Yeah. That's exactly it. I don't want you hurting because of my stupid mistake on the battlefield. I should have dodged faster. Should've. No, Lyravel interrupted, pressing her forehead to the glass. You shielded the civilian evacuees. I felt your decision the moment you made it. Bright and fierce, like a star choosing to burn so others would not. That choice lives in me now. Your pain, it is the price of that light. I do not regret carrying it. The words lodged in his chest like a second wound, warm and aching. He had spent years in the service convincing himself that emotions were liabilities, things to lock down, bury under duty. Yet here was this gentle Vexary empath, feeling every raw edge of his soul and refusing to look away. Dar. Voss cleared her throat, voice laced with growing unease. Sergeant, her vitals are climbing. Heart rate elevated, stress hormone spiking. If this continues, we may need to sedate. You sedate her and I'll make sure every news feed in the coalition knows you tortured an allied empath to protect your precious theories, Marcus snapped. Pain flared again with the outburst, and Lyravel winced in unison, a small whimper escaping her. Sorry, he whispered, forcing himself to relax. Lyra, look at me. Her golden eyes opened, locking onto his brown ones through the transparent barrier. For a moment the entire medical bay seemed to fade. It was just the two of them, connected by something science insisted could not exist. Tell me something good, he said softly. Something from your world that makes the pain smaller. Lyravel's mandibles curved into the Vexary equivalent of a smile. On the crystal plains of my home, when the twin suns set, the ground sings. Not with sound, with light. Every shard reflects the dying day in colors no human eye has seen. My mother used to carry me there when I was small and frightened. She would say, feel the song in your chest, little one. Pain is only the silence before the next verse. Marcus let the image fill him, imaginary crystals glowing rose and violet, warm wind carrying the scent of sweet pollen. His breathing steadied. Across the glass, Lyravel's smaller arms loosened their desperate grip on her side. The sync was undeniable now. When his pain ebbed, hers did too. When a fresh spike hit him, her body tensed in perfect mirror. Dr. Voss was frantically typing notes, muttering about anomalous neural coupling and impossible cross-species resonance. But neither Marcus nor Lyravel cared about the science anymore. Why does this happen? Lyravel asked, voice thick with wonder and exhaustion. Your people have no lattice. No way to reach across the void. Yet I feel your heart beating inside my own chest. Every regret. Every fierce wish to protect. Every quiet fear that you are not enough. It is all here, with me. Marcus swallowed hard. The restraints bit into his wrists, but the real chains were the ones around his heart, years of loss, of friends left behind, of believing he had to carry everything alone. Maybe humans don't need fancy brain organs, he said roughly. Maybe we just choose. I chose to let you in the day I showed you that stupid movie about the lonely robot who found a friend. I chose to trust you with my stories. Maybe bonding isn't about biology. Maybe it's about deciding someone else's pain is worth carrying too. A fresh tear traced down Liravel's carapace. She slid down the glass until she was sitting on the floor, mirroring his strapped position as closely as she could. One of her larger arms reached out instinctively, pressing against the barrier right over where his hand would be if he could move it. "I choose you, Marcus Hale," she whispered. "Even if the doctors say it is impossible. Even if it hurts. Your pain is mine now. And my strength. I give it to you." The force field flickered as an alarm began to blare, vital signs crossing critical thresholds for both of them. Dar. Voss shouted orders, calling for medical teams, but Marcus only had eyes for the alien woman on the other side.